Hello, welcome back. Um, Today, I think for an episode, I'm going to do a Let's Talk. And the topic will be weird news. Um, I picked that because I live in Kansas, and here lately there's been a lot of unusual, odd, or weird news in the state of Kansas. The the first one I'm looking at is there's a lady from Lenexa, Kansas, who made a giant phallus from Christmas lights on the roof of her house, and apparently this got a lot of attention in the Kansas City area. It says it was 60 feet. Pretty big dick. But she only had it on her house for 4 days. But apparently people were driving by, stopping, laughing, pointing, taking pictures, that kind of thing. But some of the neighbors complained, so she decided to take it down after 4 days. But that's pretty unusual for Christmas decorations, I would say. Um, Yesterday, during the Kansas State basketball game, um, some of you out there have probably heard about it, but there was a massive brawl at the end of the game, right underneath one of the goalposts, and apparently the the KU Jayhawk mascot went and hid from the melee, which that's I guess good for him because he didn't get hit or whatever. But it looked like one of the Jayhawk players tried to hit somebody with a chair, but somebody knocked the chair out of his hand, so he failed in his attempt to knock somebody out, I guess. But another weird thing that I saw in the news here recently is in the state of Kansas was there's a guy that I guess he's going through some divorce proceedings, and he and his lawyer decided that they wanted to settle the divorce in a trial by combat. Yeah, the he and the lawyer presented to the judge. He wanted 12 weeks to prepare, fashion a katana out of I guess make it out of steel or whatever. I didn't say that he was a smith, but whatever. I guess if he knows how to make one, more power to him. But I guess he and his wife are going to get in the octagon and duke it out. But I don't. I haven't seen anything following up on that. But I don't. I don't see where a judge would sign off on that because usually we don't settle divorce proceedings by violence. But I don't know. Some states do weird things, so who knows? Maybe that judge would say, "Yeah, sure, go for it." Probably not likely, but like I said, who knows? Um, I'm looking at this one is outside the state of Kansas, but apparently there's a U.S. diplomat um, that his mustache is causing problems in South Korea. Um, Apparently his mustache or his facial hair, because that's not really looking at his picture. It's I don't know. It is a mustache, but it's not what I'd call military style. That's for sure. But anyway, it says the South Koreans are a little perturbed because the facial hair reminds them of when Japan Korea was a colony of Japan, and I guess the Japanese governors at the time wore the same style of mustache. So it's apparently causing a little bit of resentment and even protests outside the U.S. Embassy, all over a mustache. Okay. Um, Here's another one. A airline in Saipan is is forcing a passenger to take a pregnancy test. I guess people fly to Saipan to get U.S. citizenship. It's looking like foreign women are doing this, but I guess they have to do a questionnaire before they fly to say they're not pregnant. Okay. Well, it says here anyway. This woman that was trying to fly there, she did take the pregnancy test and it came back negative, so she was allowed to board the flight. But this is a 25-year-old woman, and it says the airline has apologized. But okay, I'm going to say that I did not know that about Saipan. I guess because it's a U.S. territory and it's relatively close to a lot of um, unfriendly type nations, I guess you'd say. In that part of the world, I guess they try to fly there for U.S. citizenship. Okay, here's one talking about, and this is in Wales, which is in the UK, United Kingdom. Hundreds of starlings have been found dead in the middle of a road. It looks like near a town called Anglesey. Um, oh, I have to say that I notice I'm saying a lot. That's something that I'm trying to work on fixing. Not saying all the time, just as a sidebar there. But New New Wales Police Rural Crime Team said that at first it was a mystery, but they think that the birds suffered trauma from trying to avoid a predator. So on the surface, what might look like a weird event, a strange event, is just the bird's attempt to escape from a predator. So I don't know exactly how it killed them, but apparently that's what caused it. Maybe they flew into the trees because from the picture there is a road where the birds are laying, and all around the road are trees and bushes, I would say, that are about 10 feet tall, maybe. So maybe they flew into the bushes and got entangled and died, or I don't know. That is very odd, though. But there it says they're going to do a toxicology report to make sure. So interesting, nonetheless, to see that many birds dead in the middle of the road. Let's see what this one says. Man breaks record for sitting in a barrel at the top of a pole. This guy is named Vernon Kruger and has been sitting in a barrel on the top of a pole for more than 2 months, which, believe it or not, breaks a record set in 1997. So apparently this is a thing. 80 feet in the air. Here's a quote from him, and this is a hell of a quote. He told Sky News is the one who interviewed him here, and he said that I have forgotten why I am up here. I had some good reasons, but I've forgotten them since I got up here. Okay, that's okay. He also says he was not too lonely, and the time we have with social media, I feel more connected. I talk to people below, and it's not so isolated. Um, all I got to say about that is, and it's a pretty small barrel. Um, hopefully there wasn't anyone below him when he had to go to the bathroom. That's all I got to say. But hey, that's all I'm really going to talk about today. This is just a trial run to see how I can format some of these videos I'm going to be doing. But if you've watched up until this point, all right, I thank you, and have a good day.